Hello, welcome back. So in this lesson we are going to be covering the revolve cut feature. So to start, let's click on our right plane and make sure it looks something like this, where your right plane is on this side. And once you have that, let's click sketch, and now let's click section. So you have that view, something like that. Click OK. And now let's draw a line going up, something like this, and click that line and make it a construction line. And now let's draw another line going at an angle, something like that. Good. So now add a smart dimension between these two, this line and that line, and make it 45. Good. So once you have something like that, drag the point of this line up and make it coincident with that face. You can drag it, or click the end point and click that face holding the control key and add a coincident relation to it. Good. So once you have that, you want to add another dimension from this line to that point. So you want from this line, from this line to that point, and let's make that 17.5. so you have something like that. So now let's add another line to it, something like this, coming down and coming down. So you click this line, click that line, holding the control key and adding a perpendicular relation to it. And you want to do the same thing down here. Click this line, click that line, add a perpendicular relation to it. Something is still out of whack, so let me back out. Let's add a perpendicular relation from this line to that line. And okay, so make sure you add a perpendicular relation between this line and that line, and this line and this line. Then you want to do the same thing down here too, perpendicular, so that way nothing breaks, so everything looks good now. And perpendicular, so you have something like that. So now let's add another dimension to this line, and that will be 62. And let's add another dimension up here, and that will be 6. So by the time you are done, you should have something like this. So now what we want to do is revolve it. So we'll go to like feature, revolve cut, and we want to revolve it about this line. And it's the same, the revolve option is the same as your revolve. The revolve cut is the same as your revolve, so you click OK. So you have something like that. Good. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So let's click on the right plane again, and let's click sketch. Add a line from here up. Click on that line, make it a construction line. Then add another line that is coincident with this edge pointing down, and add a dimension between those two lines and make it a 75, and add another dimension between this point and the origin point, make that a 9. So now let's add another line to make it a rectangle, and we are going to add our perpendicular relation. So I have an extra line there, I'm going to delete it. So now let's click on those two lines, perpendicular, click on this two line, perpendicular, click on these two lines, perpendicular, and these two lines, and make them perpendicular. So once you have something like that, let's add a dimension here, make it 6, and let's add our last dimension to fully define it. This time we're gonna add it from here to here, and let's make it 43. So we have something like that. So we have a 75 angle, 43, 6, and 9. So again, we want to go to our feature, revolve cut, and this time now we want to revolve it about this line. So you have something like that, and we're gonna click OK. 360 cut, OK. So now we have our revolve cut, and that is pretty much how you do a revolve cut in SolidWorks. And we are almost done with this valve body. Good job, and thank you. I will see you in the next lecture. Bye.